We have been waiting for this collaboration for so long, right? It's not just me, but is this the collaboration that we've been waiting for? Is this what we wanted it to be? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here, but if you're not new here, you might know that I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. Yes, my now husband, then boyfriend, even got me Galadriel's crown for one of my birthdays. So I finally got to whip it out again and wear it. It's amazing. Now you probably already know what we're talking about, but that is the Glamlite and Lord of the Rings collection. I posted a survey on my channel because I was curious, were people excited for this? Were they excited once Glamlite started releasing the products? Or were they disappointed? And I think initially people were stoked, right? Like, we have been waiting for a Lord of the Rings makeup collection. Everything else has come out, okay? Why did this take so long? Come on, we all want to look like elves, right? Or a hobbit, maybe, probably an elf. But as Glamlite started like sneak peeking this collection and like slowly releasing images of it, it just seemed like people weren't as excited. And that kind of showed in the survey because it was, the majority of people were not that excited. You know, they wanted to love it more. And then they saw the pictures and they just didn't quite love it. And that's kind of how I felt, a little bit disappointed. I have my own ideas as to how to make this collection more fitting for Lord of the Rings. But I think what we need to do is we need to go ahead and just go through the whole thing. Now, if you're asking yourself, Lauren, did you get the PR box? Yes, I did get the PR box, as in I bought the PR box, because look at it, look at it. Okay, it's pretty amazing. The thing with Glamlite is I actually think they do a really good job with most of their collaborations. This was the one instance where I am not even just a fangirl, but like a super fan. So I don't know if it ever was gonna live up to my expectations. But inside the PR box, they actually have like a map. Anyways, it's a pretty cool box, I will say. So why don't we first go through what came in this collection. We have to put it on my face. I've got nothing on my eyes. I need something on my eyes. So we will be definitely playing with everything, but first up, let's take a look at the makeup bag. Now, this was pretty cute. It's like, I don't know. I think they did a good job with this one. But when you open it up, it's got like a little picture and it changes and it says, keep it secret, keep it safe. I think for this one, instead of putting that, I would have put something like, what is the I'm gonna get the quote wrong. Under a hill, there lives a hobbit, something like that. Okay, I'll put the actual quote up here. I know, I'm a terrible fangirl. But it has two pockets and it's got straps and stuff. So I haven't put the straps on because I literally just opened this. But it's got more of like the map imagery, which I really like. And then the other pocket, kind of same situation. And then it's got like Elvish written on it. So pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I do really like it. I do really like it. Okay, let's talk about what else came in this collection. It's quite a lot. So we've got all this that came inside the box. And first thing is the Lord of the Rings, the one highlighter. I'm gonna have to take this off at some point. I don't know how they wear it all there. But this is the outer packaging for the highlighter. Nothing too fancy. And then I do like that when you open it, it says my precious. And then this is the outside of it. I do like the imagery on this quite a bit with Gollum in the middle there. And then we've got the actual highlighter. So I'm not going to be swatching things yet. I will be at some point. And then you have the Evanstar Lip Reviving Treatment. This I think is a lip mask and a lip scrub, which we're not going to touch today. So I'm going to put this to the side. We've got the Rivendell Lip Kit, which looks like this. And I do like, they put a lot of work and effort into the outer packaging, which I do really appreciate. Okay, and this is what comes. So this is a lip liner and then this is a lip gloss. So we'll be playing with those. And then there is the Eye of Sauron lip kit. Kind of amazing. And this is just the outer packaging. So, I mean, it's kind of a bummer because in theory, you're gonna toss it, right? Okay, so we have the lipstick, which comes in this like really unique component. I haven't seen anything like this before. So that's pretty cool. And then it also has a lip liner and a lip gloss in this as well. So I'm not sure which lip kit we're gonna be playing with. I think it depends on what we do with the eyes, which that takes us, of course, to the palette. So we've got the Middle Earth 20 color palette for face and body. This is hefty. Like, this is really hefty. Like, again, like they put a lot of effort into the packaging and make sure that it just goes with the vibe. Like, they're very detail oriented at Glamlite. I appreciate that. So this is going to be the Lord of the Rings palette. And this is the inside. So we've got some work to do with this collection, to go through it and to play with it. I think we need to do the eyes first. You know, that's what I always do. And I really want to play with this palette. So I'm going to take my crown off for now. I don't think we're going to do swatches today. I just want to dive into it, go into it a little bit blind. And yeah, let's get started. Now I'm pretty familiar with Glamlite's eyeshadow formula. I'm a fan. I do really like it. And I think what I want to do first is I want to go into, ooh, they've got so many good colors. I want to go into Samwise. I love that color green. One thing I will say that this collection is missing is a mirror. Why is there no mirror? I'm going to pull out my Twilight mirror though, because I did get the Glamlite Twilight collection as well. But let's go into Samwise. It's just a really pretty green. And one thing that I've always really liked about Glamlite's formula is it's always been like really pigmented and just easy to work with, easy to blend out. It's just a really easy formula. And they always do such fun colors. So let's see. And I think what I want to do next is I want to go into Boromir and just kind of darken the edges, maybe put a little bit of that color in my crease as well. I wasn't planning on doing an all green eye look. I now kind of want to do an all green eye look, but I shouldn't. Because you know I love green, come on. I've been purposely staying away from the purples because they look perfect. But actually, let's go into Pippin. Okay, we're gonna go into Pippin, which is this like kind of mustardy brown color. And what I want to do is I'm gonna just lightly dip into that and just put it up here and kind of blend it into the edges of the green, and a little bit into my eyebrow. I think what I need to do is I think I need to go into one ring here. It's a very pretty gold. Now, my first impressions, let's talk about it, of this collection. I mentioned before, I was disappointed. I just felt like there's so much you could have done. And this looks very similar to a lot of the other collections they put out. Not in the color story necessarily, but just in the different components. And I think one thing that I need to remember is that they're probably limited as to what they can actually do based on what the, you know, collaborator also is okay with doing. So I'm sure Lord of the Rings, but they probably had a bunch of restrictions in place about things that were okay to do and not so okay to do. So that's something I'm trying to remind myself, is that there's probably some limitations there. I think what I want to do is I want to go into Bilbo in the corner here, and I want to just put that like smack dab in the middle of my eye next to the gold on top of the dark green, and just put it like there and put it maybe a little bit higher. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty. The eyeshadow palette, I liked the color story. I thought the color story did embody Lord of the Rings pretty well, but I don't know. I don't know. Again, like, I think the problem with being a super fan of something is that nothing is ever gonna live up to your expectation. You're always gonna be a little disappointed. Now I'm gonna go into Mary underneath my waterline. And then I'm gonna continue to use Bilbo, I think, in the inner corner of my eye as well. I think if they had continued with the map imagery on the palette somehow, I think that would have been cool. That would have just maybe like taken it a step up, you know, because like we do love the maps. The maps are cool. But like maybe putting it on the actual palette would have been nice. Just an idea. Let me go ahead and put on some mascara and eyeliner and get a cough drop because my allergies are getting to me and I can hear it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I added some mascara and eyeliner to finish up the look, and I am a huge fan. But I was thinking about it, and I actually have a few additional ideas besides the map one, which I think is a good idea. But just like in Twilight, they should have done 2 different palettes. They should have done like the Shire, you know, and a palette based on that. And then you could have put all of the beautiful greens in there. And then they should have done another palette for Mordor. And then just done a bunch of like dark, angsty colors in there, you know? I mean, if they were able to do a Team Jacob and a Team Edward palette for the Twilight collection, I think they could have done 2 for the Lord of the Rings. And you know what? Okay, looking at the outer box, it does say Fellowship of the Ring. So does that mean that there's going to be additional collections coming out? Because then I would have different ideas. But I don't know if this is like a one and done type of situation, if they're just basing this collection off the first movie. I don't know. Or book. But I'm guessing they're probably basing it off the movie. Which is fine, because I love those movies. The Hobbit movies, not so much. But yes, this is the final look. I am a fan. Everything performed really, really well. It's, again, the same formula that I'm used to from Glamlite, which is a good thing because it's a fabulous formula. And I really like the look. So we're starting off on a good foot. Okay, moving on to the highlighter. Let's swatch it first because I am kind of curious what this highlighter is going to look like on my face. Looks like gold, and then it does kind of look like there are maybe some different color reflex in there. Or maybe it's just gold. What do you think? You think it's just gold? It might just be gold. I swear I see green. I'm pretty sure there's some green shimmer in there, which I love. Should there be green shimmer though in a one ring highlighter? No, it should just be the goldiest gold. That's what I think. But let's see what it looks like on my face. Well, I will say it's looking pretty goldy gold on my face, but I'm still seeing some green reflex in there. I'm pretty sure there's some green reflex. And I will say that Glamlite's highlighter formula is not my favorite. It's blinding, but it's also a little bit chunky. Well, a lot of it chunky. So they have some pretty big pieces of shimmer in there, which is not my favorite, but putting it everywhere. I just feel like when it's more refined, you get kind of a more even layer on your face. I'm not a huge fan of the chunkier shimmers. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I don't know. It's a little chunky for me, for what I like. So not my favorite. Not super thrilled if there is green reflex in there, but also my eyesight is just absolutely garbage. So maybe I just made that up. I might need to check. Oh wait, hang on. It says it's a duochrome masterpiece inspired by the most powerful artifact in Middle Earth. The light reflecting highlighter infused with shimmering sparkles captures the essence of the One Ring's magical allure and complements all skin tones. Okay, it's calling it a duochrome, so there's definitely something shifty in there. If I was gonna do a highlighter to represent the One Ring, I would have 100% made it liquid, because you can just get the most metallic shimmers off of some liquid highlighters. But honestly, if I was gonna do anything to represent the One Ring, you know what it would be. It would be a mirror. I just think it needed to be a mirror. It could have been a circle, and then it was the ring was the circle, and then you would have popped it open, and it could have said something like one ring to rule them all. You know, like, I don't know. Is that too much? Is that too on the nose? Possibly. Possibly. But you know what? I know what I like. And I like a little bit of camp, and I like a hand mirror. I'm all about the hand mirror. Oh, or they could have made a candle. Ooh, you know what? They should have made a candle, and they should have made the candle smell like Lothlorien. Like, we need an elf smelling candle in here today, okay? That's what we needed. I'm gonna do a look with the Eye of Sauron lip kit later. I will do probably a short the same day that this video goes up, so keep an eye out for that. But I really wanna do the Rivendell lip kit, and partially because it just looks really, really pretty. And it says, step into the enchanting world of the elves with our officially licensed blah, blah, blah. Inspired by the serene beauty of Middle-earth's magical sanctuary. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. With every swipe, channel the timeless elegance of the elves and the place where the quest to destroy the One Ring began. Did it begin there, or did it begin in the Shire? Okay, that's probably up to you. I think people probably have different opinions on that. No, I think the quest started in the Shire, right? When Gandalf sent out Bilbo and, you know, his gardener, and Samwise is legit my favorite character, by the way. But the fact that he's Bilbo's gardener has always been kind of amazing to me. I love their friendship. Not that they're real. I think Gandalf really starts the quest there, and maybe they don't know the details yet. Maybe they don't know exactly what they need to do until they get to Rivendell. I don't know. That could be called the quest. You know what? You tell me what you think. Where did the quest begin, okay? So just as a reminder, this is what the outer packaging looks like. Very, very pretty. Oh my God, Rivendell is, if I could live anywhere that's not real, anywhere, it would probably be Rivendell. So the reason I wanted to try on the Rivendell lip kit is partially because apparently what Liv Tyler used on her lips when she was playing Arwen was black honey from Clinique, which is a little bit of like a berry color, a little bit. So I'm hoping that this is gonna be a little bit of a berry color, but let's start with applying the lip liner. Now, when I was trying on the lip kit in the Twilight collection, the lip liner did not go well, so fingers crossed that this works out better. Okay, now let's put on the lip gloss. Please ignore my lips right now. Rivendell lip kit, check. What do we think? I am probably never gonna be the person that wears lip liner and lip gloss, but I did this time, and I like how it turned out, but that's only because I went over the lip liner a lot with the lip gloss to just make it kind of disappear, because I am definitely not the person that can pull off a darker lip liner and a really pale lipstick or lip gloss. It doesn't look good on me, okay? It really doesn't. I really like the color, okay? I really, really like the color, and I really do think that they got inspiration from Black Honey from Clinique, because again, that is like probably the most well-known makeup product that was used on Liv Tyler's character. I don't know whether to say Arwen or Liv Tyler. It's Arwen, come on. Let's be in the moment. Oh, so that's it. Okay, so that's kind of it. So I think we need to talk about this collection. I'm getting my crown back out for this. We have seen a lot of collaborations from Glamlite, and I think they've done some better than others, okay? And again, as someone who loves Lord of the Rings, I don't think this was ever really gonna live up to my expectations. It just wasn't. But let's talk about what I really liked in this collection. I do really like how my eye look turned out. I think the eyeshadow formula was great. It was easy to work with, easy to blend out, really, really pigmented, and it looks good, okay? It looks really good. I like the eye look. The Rivendell lip kit is also just, I really love the colors. This is something that I'm gonna get a lot of use out of. I don't think they needed to call it Rivendell. Call it what it is. Call it the Arwen lip kit, okay? Like, name it after the most beautiful elf in the movie. Let's do it. Let's call it Arwen's lip kit, because it really is reminiscent of Black Honey, which is a beautiful color, and I'm glad that they did that. I really am glad. And the other pro, of course, is the packaging. I think they do a phenomenal job with every single detail associated with the packaging. Now, let's move on to the cons. Glamlite has been coming out with collaborations for a while, and I just think they needed to do something a little more different and unique for this specific collaboration. And I say that because it does hold a special place in my heart, but also we've been seeing a lot of collaborations from them recently. Again, they just came out with the Twilight one, and it would have been great for them to do something really different and really unique. So again, I think for me, the highlighter, well, I love the packaging. I like that it's gold. I'm not quite sure why it's a duochrome with some green flecks in it. It would have been cool, hang on. It would have been cool if the duochrome had like red reflex in it, okay? That would have been cool. But also, I think it would have been better in liquid form. I think they could have come out with a really metallic gold, just beautiful sheen, and that would have been different because I don't know if they've ever come out with a liquid highlighter. So that would have been something totally new. I think what they should have done to represent the ring is either a hand mirror or a candle, like something a little bit different. They have come out with candles in the past before. They came out with one for the Trick or Treat collection, which I think in my opinion so far has been like the best collection because it's been, they did the most with this specific collection. But I do think with, you know, the ring being such an iconic image, like the thing from the movie, right? Like we should have done something a little bit different for it. That's my feeling. And again, I think that this is probably based on the Fellowship of the Rings, not the entire series. So that maybe like changes a couple things that I would do, but I just think you need to make something really unique that really focuses like on that ring, you know? Like, I don't know, like a round hand mirror, like just saying one ring to rule them all on it or something. I don't know, something a little bit different. Not that a hand mirror is different because they always come out with a hand mirror. Well, typically not in this collection, I guess, but like I love their hand mirrors. Like I have like 8 of them. They're great. They're fantastic. So like it would have been great to do something a little more unique to represent the one ring and to do a different type of highlighter. The eyeshadow palette, see, I like that they have the map on the outside, but I just think it needed some more imagery on the inside as well. And honestly, I think they could have definitely divvied this up into 2 palettes. Like maybe it would have been cool to do, yeah, I still think doing a Shire palette and a Mordor palette would have been really cool. But they had 2 palettes in the Twilight collection. I'm just not sure why they couldn't do 2 palettes for this collection. I like the color story. It's quite beautiful. These are all colors that I would wear, and I understand why they chose them. Like they make sense for the imagery you get from the Lord of the Rings. So I do like the color story quite a bit. And again, the formula is great. The formula is kind of the tried and true Glamlite formula. So if you know, if you like it, if you don't like it, then you probably won't like this palette because it's the same formula, but I do really like it. And I think maybe there was just too many lip products. Like I love the Rivendell lip kit. I do really like those products. I think they're beautiful. Again, it should have been called the Arwen lip kit. I think that would have been better. There's like a bug. I don't know what's going on. Then they came out also with the Evanstar like lip scrub and lip mask. This I don't think is necessary like at all. I think this, I mean, let's pull them out. Let's take a look at them. So you have the lip scrub and you have the Evanstar on the outer packaging, and it looks just like a lip scrub. So it just smells really good. There we go. And it's blue, which is kind of cool. It's like cotton candy. And then you have the Evanstar lip mask, which, you know, you can hang. It's got a little thing there. It's got the Evanstar on it as well. So that's the other product, but I don't think that was necessary. I think they could have come out with something else because you've got 3 different like lip product kits. That just seems like a lot of lip products. There's no blush, there's no bronzer. I do appreciate that they have for the Eye of Sauron lip kit, it comes with a lipstick as well. So you've got, again, the lip liner, the lipstick, and the lip gloss. So it's coming out with like 1 more different product. But I think it would have been better to do 2 palettes. One to be Eye of Sauron Mordor palette, and then one to be a Shire palette, you know? Because those are like really iconic places in the Fellowship of the Rings. I mean, Mordor is, I keep using the word iconic, and because it is, okay? It's iconic. And I think for this collection, like maybe even the Rivendell lip kit, you could have just done the Arwen kit. So you could have done like both these products as well as like a really pretty blush, because she always had kind of a flush on her cheeks, you know? So like something a little bit different. I just don't think we need this many lip products. The makeup bag is really cute. We talked about it in the beginning already. I do think that they should have changed the wording on the inside, but other than that, I do really like it. It's gonna get some use, trust me. Now, I don't know what the restrictions were when they came out with this collection, right? Like, because I'm sure Lord of the Rings, whoever owns that property, had some restrictions on what Glamlite was allowed and what was not allowed to do. So I'm curious to know what those restrictions were and if it kind of blocked their creativity, because I do think Glamlite is a relatively creative brand. It just seems like they're coming out with a lot of the same lately, and they need to change it up. And you know, honestly, I've been feeling the same about ColourPop as well. And it's like, I think they're putting lip scrubs and everything because they're cheap to manufacture. And honestly, how many lip scrubs can one person possibly need? Okay, I remember when ColourPop came out with hand mirrors. They haven't done that in a very long time. So obviously, hand mirrors is a big complaint. Like, Glamlite, continue coming out with hand mirrors, please. They are fabulous. ColourPop, you need to bring them back. I have mixed feelings about this collection because I was just so excited to hear a Lord of the Rings makeup collection was coming out, and I just wasn't very impressed. I just think there could have been more and more creativity. And yeah, it's something that I'll have to brainstorm because I will come up with more things. Just trust me on that. Not just a hand mirror, okay? I do really think a blush would have been a good idea. I do think multiple palettes would have been a good idea as well. Something to signify, something ring-shaped to signify the One Ring, okay? I want something round. I really, really do. Let me know your thoughts on this collection. Are you disappointed? Are you feeling a little better about it now that you've seen it in action, or are you still a little disappointed? I just think Glamlite has the power to do amazing things. So I kind of hope that they do come out with a Two Towers collection so that we can see what they do with that. That is my hope, because that is my favorite movie. Out of the three of them, we don't count The Hobbit. It just never happened, okay? Those movies. I do hope they continue to make Lord of the Rings collections for me personally. And I'm gonna continue using this collection and seeing how I feel about it, because I'm just all over the place right now. I have mixed emotions, but let me know your feelings. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.